have a situation in our complex where a property was sold back in March. It's now tenanted, yet the developer of the complex is still down as the owner of the property on the body corporate roll. Is there a legal time limit in Queensland for a Form 8 to be issued? And is there anything we can do to speed this along?
We had a look at this one. We couldn't find any legal requirements for a Form 8 to be issued. Ideally, it should be done straight away as soon as the sale of the property is concluded. The sales, the property is transferred from one lot owner to another lot owner, and it's important that the body corporate is updated as soon as it can be. Otherwise, well, the new lot owner is not going to be receiving any information because no one knows who they are. For starters, they're not going to get their levies, they're not going to get their AGM notice. They're going to be denied their rights. So it's within that person's interest to try to ensure that the body corporate is updated. But is there any kind of formal requirement to do it? Not that we could find, unfortunately. It's a good question because I think in body corporate countries, offices up and down the country, managers have to spend quite a bit of time chasing up owners people who don't know who they are. We contact solicitors and we contact other people to say, well, do we know who's the new lot owner? It's a time-consuming part of the job that we do. The risk for usually people find out because the old owner remains on the roll until they're replaced, and they continue to get the levy notices coming through, and that's usually tends to be the trigger point at which the change can happen. But what you'll find is in some owners' cases, if they don't take the time to update, then that lot is building up a debt over time. And if it goes on long enough, then it might be transferred to the debt collector. And the first time they hear about it is when large amounts of debt collection fees have been racked up, and they're getting a phone call from someone saying, when are you going to pay, or something like this. So if you are changing property, make sure you make those submissions as soon as possible, please.
And those fees can definitely add up too, can't they?
Yeah, they go up quite quickly. Unfortunately, it's a necessary part of the industry to ensure that the body corporate fees are up to date. No one really enjoys the debt collection part of it, but it works. Owners have to take responsibility for their property.
Well, the money's needed, isn't it, to run the building?
Yeah, exactly. So if one owner's not paying, then other owners other owners have to make up that deficit. So it's not really fair. It's not really fair on any of the other owners who are paying on a regular basis. So yeah, be careful, please, and keep up to date with those levies.